All right, guys. So I originally wanted to make a video of me cooking all day because there were some ingredients in my house that were expiring and they needed to get used. So I thought, what a better way to spend a Saturday than to film myself making all of these weird concoctions and talking about it. So that's what I did. However, the very first dish that I did, which was crock pot mashed potatoes, 12 minutes of it just did not get saved because I guess my phone did not have enough memory, and therefore it let me record the entire thing, hit end, and it just didn't save any of it. So obviously that big chunk is going to be missing. I still made the mashed potatoes. They're cooking in a crock pot right now. But we unfortunately are not going to get to see me standing in the middle of my kitchen and throwing chunks of potato into a crock pot like it's a basketball goal. So I'm sorry we've all been robbed of that today. We're gonna make it through it. And I'm still gonna include the other two dishes. So enjoy. Holy moly, what are we doing here? Hello. Welcome to my serene kitchen. We have these tranquil 70s yellow countertops, some old potatoes, and a bag of onions, because what doesn't speak the epitome of elegance and sophistication than gutting potatoes and hanging out with a bag of onions? I got a crock pot. And I just have a lot of ingredients in my house that are probably going to go bad soon. Or they're just starting to get to the point where they're not bad yet. It's not like I'm cooking with rotten food. But their age is getting up there. They don't look it yet. It's like a celebrity in their 50s. They don't look 50, but on the inside, yeah. So it's cooking with Jen. I'm gonna cook a million different things today. My hair is so wild. Happy Saturday. Just kind of moving and grooving. Oh, some of these potatoes are just not pretty. All right, now add your milk. Put it somewhere out of the way and turn it on. And then walk away. Okay, for my next trick, we're gonna get 2 boxes of Jiffy Corn Muffin Mix. The go-to for cornbread. But we're going to be slightly altering it today. So you need 2 boxes of these, a package of jumbo wieners, and no, I'm not talking about your friends, hot dogs, and a mini muffin pan. Okay, you're also going to need milk and some eggs. I forgot I was going to record this. Don't worry, it'll be done in a jiffy. I'll show myself out. Dexter, I'm making a video. Can you believe some roommates? Preheat oven to 400. Did it. Eggs. I am not good at cracking eggs. I don't know if you're a human that can do it with one hand in one go. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Can I help you? Dex. Goodness. Do you see this? Dex, just go somewhere other than the kitchen. Go! There are so many other rooms in this house. Come on. Opa! He'll probably be back. We have eggs in there now. We need to beat it. Found it. Milk. Milk. Mm-hmm. Just beat it. Looking good. Yeah. Corn muffin mix. Someone's upset they got kicked out of the kitchen. Good enough. Uh-oh, getting low on Pam. Nah, I'm kidding. Now this gorgeous corn muffin mix we made, I think this is actually a melon baller, but it works amazing for small amounts of batter. We're just gonna meep, meep, meep. You get the idea. Oh, nailed it. We're gonna make food all day. So the hot dogs that I had were getting kind of old, and I've had this idea of something I could make and then store in our freezer, and we could just like take it out of the freezer and pop it in the oven whenever we want. So that's what we're doing today. I've also made this for a lot of parties before. This is actually one of my, not party tricks, but hors d'oeuvres, I guess, that I make for parties, even though it's very low budget, which is nice, actually. Never really had anyone complain. People are normally surprised, but like not mad. And that's what we go for. Okay, so we have our beautiful mini muffin tin full of corn muffin mix. And you're thinking, Jen, are you just making a lot of tiny cornbread? Because sounds great, and it does. It sounds delicious. But that's not what we're here for. Oven's preheated. Anywho, you're going to need to preheat your oven to 400 for this. And in the meantime, remember that jumbo pack of wieners. These hot dogs. Nice little bite-sized pieces. And you are just going to stick that in the middle of your corn muffin mix. Maybe you can close it back up. Don't worry, I wash my hands. Wash your hands when you cook, weirdo. The idea, essentially, is that you're cutting up hot dogs, putting them in corn muffin mix, and you can make your own miniature corn dogs at home. Some of you are like, no, thank you. I'm okay. I don't need them. Well, I do. They sound delicious. So that's why we're here. Regular size, you can absolutely use regular size hot dogs. There's just going to be a lot more cornbread than there is hot dog to munch on. But if that's your game, do it. I'll put them in a freezer safe gallon bag and pop them in our freezer. And then whenever we want to munch on them, just this cat. Kids drive us crazy, am I right? No, that's not the same. Whenever you want a little snacky snack of a mini corn dog, just take them out of the freezer and pop them back in the oven. Or if you're bad, put them in the air fryer. Because that's delicious. So I hope this seems like something you might want to try someday. Otherwise, you're probably just like, how many more minutes of my life is this girl going to steal? I don't know. Let's see how far we get. However, if you have kids at home that are always constantly bothering you for snacks or like third lunch, this is a great alternative because I think that these could be warmed up in the microwave as well. I would just suggest the oven. There you go. You had a snack. By the way, unrelated to cooking, if any parents need like scavenger hunts or little shape games where kids have to find shapes in your house and fill them out, I can hook you up with some teacher handouts. They're more geared towards elementary kids, but genuinely, I feel like all ages could do this. All right, this is how they're looking beforehand. Now we're gonna put them into the oven. Now you may be thinking, Jen, what the heck could you have for us next? And I'm glad you asked. This is what I call whatever the heck you have breakfast casserole. There's a bit left over of an old onion just sitting in the fridge. It needs to be chopped up. There's some leftover eggs. They're gonna expire in a few days. Slices of cheese. Some old sandwich meat. It's ham. That goes in breakfast casserole. And we're gonna put it all together. So, normally, like, I love this casserole because you can pretty much do absolutely anything with it. You want to put spinach in it, put spinach in it. Sausage, potatoes, make it as chunky as you want. Make your own, like, Southwestern omelet. But instead of having to actually have the talent of making an omelet, you can throw it in the oven and let it do it for you. And what I love is I use this rectangular casserole dish, and when it comes out of the oven after it's cooled for a while, I will just cut it into 6 pieces, and they become like perfect for sandwich bread. It's just kind of like a little vegetable loaf at that point. So I can freeze them, keep them in the fridge, heat them up, put them on a sandwich, or just enjoy them on their own as a little breakfast dish in the morning. It's some protein and it uses some ingredients, and not gonna lie, it's pretty tasty, depending upon what you put in it. Don't blame me if yours turns out weird. We've already had our discussion about eggs. I don't feel like we really need to have it again. But what the hell? If you can crack an egg with one hand, good for you. I'm very proud of you. You must have ruined a lot of eggs to get that good. And no, I would not like to learn. I am just realizing I forgot an important step. I didn't butter or grease this casserole dish at all before I put eggs in it. So now, once it comes out of the oven, I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge, wait till it gets very cold, and then I'm going to cut it and use a spatula to pry out my lovely little squares. We're not heading back at this point. We're going to adjust. We persevere, okay? Whisking it for the biscuit. No, they're not making biscuits. But we are whisking eggs. I hear you, Dexter. Here's the thing. Some of you might be thinking, Jen, is your cat dying? Do you torture it? Is there animal abuse or neglect going on? No. Oh, well, the corn dogs are done. Holy moly, they came out so different than I thought. They braised so quick. Some of them literally like popping out of the pan. But we got some mini corn dogs. All right, we got all our eggs whisked. Now we're gonna start sprinkling some weird stuff in there. So I got some red onion chopped up. Gonna be adding that in there. It's a little kick, little flavor in our casserole. I'm also gonna chop up some ham and some cheese. So here's my pro tip to you. Mix in the cheese last and make sure that it kind of stays at the top, because if the cheese gets mixed in towards the bottom or settles towards the bottom, it's gonna burn on the bottom of the glass casserole. You're not gonna have that good cheesiness at the top. It's gonna be harder to get out. Wisdom, knowledge, power, pizza. We've reached that magical time, guys. It's time to add cheese. So that's what we're doing. Dexter, how come literally every time I talk, you have to say something? I can't make a video? Wow. Doesn't always have to be about you, you know. So you guys want to hear something funny? I actually uninstalled Uber on my phone to free up more space. Because where am I going? Here he comes, back at it, back at it. Mr. Star of the show. Every single time I'm in the kitchen, Dexter then thinks that is grounds for him to be fed again. So literally every time I cook a meal, he'll whine for food, even if he just ate, even if there's still food in his bowl. He thinks he's missing out on something. Here it is, guys. Here is our casserole. It's mostly covered in cheese. You can kind of peep through, see some red onion and some lovely marbled ham in there. Oh, also, we made biscuits and gravy, and we just don't have that many biscuits, so I took a little bit of sausage out that's coated in gravy to put it in there, like little pockets of yum. Oh my gosh. I just did a taste test of our little corn dogs. Yes. Yes. All the right flavors are there. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and tell you that everything went according to plan. Some of these mini corn dogs do not want to stay intact. Some not having a problem. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They're ready to be put in the freezer. And then others, I swear to God, cat. Well, they're just not cutting it. Sad loss. But we still have a full bag. So we're solid. Right, Dex? Oh, now you have nothing to say. You guys, I just pulled the egg casserole out of the oven and oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Can you guys hear it sizzling? That is going to be fantastic. And like I said, you can cut it into squares of 6, or like honestly, you could even cut it smaller, do like 4 rows, get 8 of them. You do you. If you just want like a teeny tiny little cube protein in the morning to get you going, but like not make you full and get you like that weird thing where you eat breakfast and then you feel bad for half of the day. Don't understand it, but we did it. So here is where I guess we say goodbye. Those are the only things I'm gonna make today, and I now have an insane amount of dishes ahead of me, so better get cracking at them. Hope you guys enjoyed my weird, obnoxious cat, who now is nowhere to be found. He doesn't want anything to do with me now. The kitchen is once again a peaceful place, now that I'm completely done with it. Go figure, once it's time to clean up, Dexter's nowhere to be found. Typical. Typical. Anyway, happy Saturday and happy quarantining. I miss you all.